you just wonder, when will Barcelona strike? Underway as the Blaugrana moving from
comeback haunted, but this one was particularly bad. Even the wonderful chameleon eyes Xavi not there, hurt in practice when he missed for Spain. Look out.
Alexis, but right in position, Roberto Fernandez to make the stop.
A great start, 44 seconds in, and this is typical rabbit hole attack by Barcelona, and he's got options inside, but electrical Sanchez ducks, dodges, and weaves his way in. All was so often overlooked and taken for granted, but this is where that type of insightful, visionary pass from Gerard Piqué leads to. Beautiful hit.
Roberto
doesn't get quite the pop that he did at Stamford Bridge way back when. It's the one he's always held up to the standard. Why can't he do it more? Well, there's only one Mona Lisa. I don't think he'll ever score a goal like that again in his life. How about that?
Granada would love to get a goal. They're the last team to...
Messi looking in. That's not a good look for Leo. He knows it.
Foul, but promptly taken right back by Barcelona. Alexis, Cesc, Neymar. Neymar just got under it.
Settles himself. Pretty as a picture. Steadies his ship on rocky waters as the defenders convene on him. Take a look, he's found. And this is a lot of space for Neymar. He ducks and dives, just leadership of Puyol, but Bartra's not letting this team down. Great
Neymar
ball.
presses it into the 6. Alexis denied. Point-blank range and a foul as they look for the rebound. What a service by Neymar, and Alexis wishes he just got a bit more.
Threads a needle beautifully. Threads a golden needle. And he's onside. He's got too much hair gel on again. Alexis steps into it. Should have seen it. Well, he does see it.
Has scored fewer this year than their 11.
Great ball again. Beautifully played out the back again by Marc Bartra.
Quickly to
Lovely
Fàbregas.
touch.
For Neymar. Back to Fàbregas, and he just couldn't get it out. But they're going to call a penalty. Pointing to the spot is Mateo Lahoz, and it did not appear as though there was much to it, but a yellow card already coming out, and Barcelona could take the lead from the spot.
Take a look at where this referee, take a look. It's a brilliant ball right there. Clear penalty. Nailed on. Not for this one. That's a brilliant tackle. But for that. Steps right through the player. And as I said, no question about this one. But look at the football that led up.
But he's faced greater pressure. Roberto Fernandez, heels on the line. From 12 paces, Iniesta. Now Roberto backing off, trying to ice him as Mateo moves everyone else back there 10 paces.
One for Roberto's scrapbook if he can save it.
Iniesta makes that impossible, tucking it to the corner with ease. Barcelona in front, 1-0.
Roberto gambles and springs off of his line like Bob Beeman in order to save it, because he knows he's got to have a gamble coming off his line. But it makes no difference to El Illusionista. Iniesta sees well off his line, Phil. FIFA cannot even get this rule right. It's a yard off his line. Referee knows it. They all see it, and they all let the goalkeepers get away. But he brings off and happy took.
Then can't dribble out. The touch takes to Piti. Slapped it. Pushed off the bar by Pinto, and Piti comes close to tying it up.
Fàbregas does very, very well to cover up for Busquets' left foot, falling into really a bad house of mirrors that goes awfully wrong, but Piti doesn't care. It's a beautiful strike. It's always rising, unfortunately for him, but his power and placement is magnificent, and he blisters the top of the...
Impenetrable. Piti goes for the corner, and what a grab by Pinto. There's the answer.
The 32-year-old gives it all he can, and the 38-year-old comes up and trumps him. Wonderful attempt by Piti. Curls it beautifully. Great placement over the top.
Hey. Granada back in numbers, but Barcelona looking to pick at the holes.
Sublime.
Fàbregas just couldn't sneak it through.
Hitting in from Rico. Great turn.
Chance from long range, sneaks it in. Alexis brings it down, but off balance against Fulquier, and there's Roberto.
Staggering vision, amazing dexterity, slide rule pass, split millimeter perfect from Fàbregas, and then again the tackle from Fulquier. Just
Iniesta and Fàbregas got in each other's way. Another chance to try it. Back post is open.
Whoa!
In for Iniesta. Bumped at the 18. Is it in? It is! Another penalty. Second surrendered by Granada.
This one is even more clear as the nose on Barbara Streisand's face again. It's a clear penalty in lifetime. Let's take a look. The player's taken. Again, beautiful ball played in. Iniesta gets clipped, no question about it. A step through, finds a player, Rico. It is, that's guilty. Guilty.
Fàbregas stutters, steps, drives, has Roberto leaning, and Fàbregas on the board as Barca doubles their lead.
Barcelona buzzing like a hornet's nest. It's just been kicked over. 2 penalty kicks, Phil, but the lead-up, the pattern of play, the beautiful approach of their passing, so wonderful. The penalty kick is beyond perfection. It's not 10 out of 10. It's Fàbregas out of 10, which is an 11. Astonishing. Again, wonderful. And
at the stroke of 45, the first half comes to a close. Barcelona in front. 2 from the penalty spot. First, Iniesta. Next, Fàbregas. As we are underway to start the second half. Chance to tuck it in, Brahimi, another player that's seeming to feel more and more comfortable in his second year.
Absolutely beautiful football from him.
Whips it across El Arabi, and he just couldn't get over it. Beautiful ball from the flank, and he'll want that one back.
He ain't going to get it. But this is spectacular football. The cross is tremendous, but Brahimi did absolutely.
Busquets. Fàbregas. Alexis driving on Fulquier. Iturra over. The Chilean.
Good play.
The back heel. Montoya across. Slapped away Roberto, and Pedro lets them off the hook.
Stupefying football again from Barcelona. Everything. Hocus pocus by the Chilean. Right up against it. But he finds a beautiful ball. The goalkeeper, Roberto, slaps it in front of Pedrito. Pedro's got to respond quickly, but he's got way more time than he really needs. And he's still, well, his right foot turns into a size 10, gel it, and create further danger. It failed that time, but again, this is where it leads.
Iniesta,
what a ball.
Times it for Neymar, tries to chip it through, but the flag would have saved them anyway.
A beautiful run, and El Illusionista finds him with his turn, like wrestling with a ghost, trying to contain Neymar. He's there 1 minute, 1 second, and then he's gone.
Neom, a little off with the left foot, but finds the target. PT,
nice,
strong run by the Frenchman, bursting through the Barca back line.
Got options inside.
Neom, and it's Pinto to the rescue. Neom again, poke free. Bartra saves the day.
Any doubts about this man in between the sticks? Jose Manuel Pinto just being answered emphatically. Ex-Betis, ex-Celta Vigo man stands Neom up, and it leads to this.
Alexis! Icing on the cake, coast to coast, but it's Barcelona that pulls out the knife.
Pinto gets the assist. Pinto. Denies at one end of the field. Then it's warp speed counter-attack that Captain James Kirk would be proud of. Very enterprising indeed from Barcelona. Look at this. This is where Barcelona's third goal starts. It's Pinto, comes across and denies, and it leads to this. Wonderful from Neymar. He's got two aces in his hand, and he picks out the right one. To the right. Beautiful lead. He doesn't need to control it because Neymar's kiss is softer than snowflakes falling on snow. It's beautifully into stride, and Alexis Sanchez recognizing it. If I'm not mistaken, Phil.
Final quarter hour underway. Piti brings it back to his left, caresses it to the corner. Can't get past Pinto.
Pinto saves this. Again, the ever impressive strike from the 32-year-old Piti, and this is good agility. Jungle cat quick is the flying cornrows. Take a look at this.
Continue the run. And you see, with Song given away, pressured, Piqué needed to curl it in, but misses the target wide.
Gets pulled back beautifully to him, and he's got Neymar wide open at the far post, but he's got to go for goal. He's capable of hitting the back of the net. Take a look. It's dodgy play, good pressurizing by Alex Song. He spills it right onto the welcome mat of Piqué, who cannot wipe his feet on it and step through an open door and an open net. Good ball.
Adama slows his drive, double team,
nicely.
splits the two.
Beautiful.
Adama! And Roberto ends the fairy tale.
Well, here's another one, Barcelona fans. They keep on pulling him off this conveyor belt that is La Masia. Fabulous player from the youngster. Look at the maturity of his hesitancy. But then, literally, he rushes his shot at the
Poked free. The only question might be goalkeeper, but that's for another day.
Good ball.
Roberto for Fàbregas. Onside, squares, and buried. Pedro with a fourth. Cutting-edge stuff from Barcelona.
It's pure rabbit hole attack again. There's too many warrens. There's too many passages. Granada reduced to being the little Dutch boy, and they ain't got enough fingers. Look at this from Fàbregas. Look at this run from... Beautiful ball from Sergio Roberto to set the table. Again, perfect pass into stride. Fàbregas sees it with his lynx eye vision, and he places it immaculately, impeccably, and Pedro comes in, sliding beautifully. And again, the finish is cooler than a polar bear's backside for number 4.
They got the shutout. No Lionel Messi, no problem. They got a 4 spot and 3.